Hey guys, what's up? It's Toulouse again, coming back for another poem of mine. I've decided that I'd finally give you one of my old love poems because I haven't put any of those up. I don't know why, but I figured I'd probably put my more comical ones up. So here you go, a little treat for you, I suppose. This one's called A Girl. Yes, very original, just A Girl. I don't know when I wrote this one. It doesn't have a date, which kind of frustrates me because I like knowing when I write these things, but what are you gonna do? So here I go. This one's called A Girl, and she knows who this is, so I'm not gonna tell you who this is for. She'll know if she ever watches this video. But no, we're not together or anything like that. I once knew a girl, delightful and fun, though to her I was the annoying one. You see, my style of flirting seemed to always end in pain, so when with me a few more bruises she seemed to gain. However, of course, it's not all that bad. I mean, no story can be all just sad. Many a time I felt I was in a state of true bliss, and often there was a risk that her I might just kiss. But true to form, good things oft come to an end. Alone and without her, my time I had to spend. She was often in my thoughts, and good that made me feel, but empty was that joy, for she wasn't there for real. A year went by where from her I heard not a thing, so I waited another chance with her, one I knew life would bring. But much to my horror, I soon did find that there were dark forces at work, forces that kept me from her, forces that even in bright light would lurk. So again, time without her I was forced to survive, but with her on my mind I remained so alive. She pushed me on, she kept me strong, for now I knew that it wouldn't be long. The chance to see her was returning again, and I wouldn't let it go as I had way back then. This time, I swore, I'll get it right. I wouldn't let her go without putting up a fight. I now spoke to her often, but the feeling was new. No longer a crush, but a fountain from which love strongly did spew. As often as I could, with her I'd start to flirt, but for a while it just seemed my efforts just hit dirt. But soon I noticed a shift was taking place, and there was a thought from my mind that I just couldn't erase. Perhaps, just maybe, she liked me in return. It seemed almost possible that for me she might just yearn. One night, that special night, I found my dreams were true. No longer did I have to wonder, I knew that she liked me too. From there it's been a journey that will take us for a whirl. How will it go? Where will it end? For me and this girl. Yeah, it's one of my old love poems. It made me happy when I wrote it. Actually, the story behind this one is the girl. I did actually kind of like her, but we never had a thing going on. She had a boyfriend at the time, and her boyfriend was being a complete douche. So I said, "Hey, you know what? Let me write you a poem, and you let him see this poem, and maybe he'll start being nice to you." And it worked. It definitely worked. But that is A Girl. In my last video, I mentioned something about Shel Silverstein, but I never got to finish because YouTube was a complete bad word, expletive. And I figured I'd actually let you a little bit more about what I was trying to say. I look up to Shel Silverstein's work because it is completely original, completely amazing. I really wish I can do what he does. He has so many poems that are just completely non sequitur, you know? Completely random. Here, let me just write this poem about a hand. Why not? And it's really, really cute, and it's really funny. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to make poems that are more accessible to everybody, so that you don't have to have been in the same situation as me with my love poems or, you know, whatever, because those are a little bit harder to get into in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe you like hearing love poems. Maybe I'll give you more love poems, but Shel Silverstein just has always been, you know, a big inspiration to me as a poet since I was a child. I loved poetry. Though when I was a kid, I didn't think poetry was that cool. I just loved him. I loved him and what he could do, but everything else was just, that's for girls. That's poetry. But obviously now I've become rather interested in poetry, so I'd hope that one day I could actually write like him so that I could be able to publish my own books and entertain other people with my poetry. So that's pretty much about it. Thank you for listening to this poem. Let me know what you think. And Toulouse out.
So, okay.
just leave at this point. There's nothing gonna go on except for me dancing. I'm dancing now, just to keep myself entertained and you entertained. If you're still watching this, which I wouldn't recommend, just in case YouTube decides to be a douche again. Oh, what's this? What's this? Is this Scott Gerson? This is Scott Gerson.
Whose actual YouTube account is Sogen7.
Sogen7.
Sogen 7.
There you go. We just got some. What do you call it now? When you plugging? He just plugged his own channel. Let's see if it actually anyone goes. Probably will. I'd go.
If this isn't cut off.
Yeah, if this isn't cut off. So if you guys actually get to see whatever this is, congratulations. You can go to his channel. So I think a little more dancing was required.
I might actually do what he's doing here and put up some of my poems.
A fellow poet. Wouldn't that be beautiful? So I'm gonna go ahead and it looks like it's been enough time, so I'm gonna go ahead and quit. So if you're still watching, Toulouse out again.